Everyone, and welcome to GCE level training day 2. I guess it's wonderful to see you all back and ready for another day of learning and collaboration. So, day before yesterday, when we met, I guess we had an exciting start to our training with the sessions covering Skillshop introduction, which gave you a solid foundation for using Google's professional learning platform, digital citizenship, which where we went into discussing how to navigate the digital world responsibly and ethically. Very important. And Google Drive, where we explored ways to store, to organize, and collaborate effectively in a shared digital space. I hope you found these sessions insightful and helpful. And in today's session, we will be diving into two key tools. Two of them, Google Docs, wherein we are going to explore powerful features for creating, editing, and collaborating on text documents, and Google Slides, focusing on how to craft engaging presentations, embed media, and work collaboratively. Both of these tools are essential for GCE level work, and they further enhance our abilities to create and to share and to inspire through technology. So let's take a moment to clear up any questions from day before yesterday before I jump into those both those exciting topics. And in the meanwhile, if you have any, fine. If none, then I'm going to resume my presentation. So here we are with Google Certified Educator Level 1 Bootcamp. Sonia has already introduced herself and she has already taken the queries that you had left on the attendance form. Introducing myself, I am Dr. Nurjit Kaur, Principal of High School and Secondary in Malawi, Africa. And it's a beautiful country. And also I'm the leader for JEG Punjab and Amritsar, and a Google Certified Educator, trainer, and an innovator. I have already given you a little recap of what we had done. So we are, we went into digital citizenship, Google Drive, and today's agenda definitely is going to be for day 2, Google Docs and slides. Before I begin with hows and whys of the things, is there anything that you want to share about Google Docs that you have found very exciting when you're working? We're all educators and we've all worked with Google Docs. I'm sure we've all worked with it at some point or the other for something or the other, which has made our lives easier, saved time, and made collaboration even better. That is the beauty of Google collaboration. That is what had attracted me towards Google first. And it has been around 20, 15 years of long association, and I've seen it changing, getting better day by day, minute by minute. It's a beautiful thing to explore. So is there anything that you have done or you have seen that has helped you in making your lives easier and your teaching easier, or your collaboration with your colleagues, with your parents, maybe with your students easier with Google Docs? If you have any, you can definitely do that in the chat. You can write in the chat, or if you want, you can unmute and share with us your journey. Docs are an absolute, brilliant feature for us, and they definitely have made our lives much more easier than before. So if there isn't anything that we can have, let's move on to access Google Docs. I'm sure all of us have used Google Docs. I have mentioned earlier as well. Can anybody in the chat, or as I said, unmute yourself and tell me how to access Google Docs? There are multiple ways of doing that. Can you share with me how to do that? Can you share how to access Google Docs? Through maybe Chrome or docs.google.com. If the spelling of Google is correct, it will definitely give you through the Omnibox. Absolutely. What is an Omnibox? That's a very technical term. Whoever has used that Omnibox, it's a beautiful technical term. From our Chrome browsers also, we can write docs.google.com. And there are a couple of other ways of doing as well. So the two ways that you have suggested, let's start with that. So you're saying we are going to dive into and write docs.google.com. The moment I write it in the Chrome box, Omnibox, search box, I am taken to this interface wherein I can start a new document. I'll come back to starting a new document, but first we are going to explore the ways of starting Google Docs. So this is one way. Another way of doing that, as somebody just said in the chat box also, through these 9 dots. They are only called 9 dots. The technical term is Google Apps. All right. When you have this waffle, and when you have this collection of 3 dots to the height and length, to throughout the breadth also diagonally, there are 9 dots. Don't call them 9 dots. They are called Google Apps. So if we click on Google Apps, you will see the bunch of Google apps opening before you, and Google Docs definitely is one of them. Here it is. When you use a particular product of Google very closely or every day, it is habitually or by default the apps or the products that you are using most are summed up in the beginning or in the front app, as you might say. But if you want, you can also arrange how you see your apps. If I want to see my Gmail before I see search, I can click and drag and drop the icons wherever I want. So if I want that I should be seeing the docs more because I'm going to be using it more, I can go and drag and drop the docs where I want. Okay, this is the second way of opening a Google Doc. The third way of is going into our drives and finding where the Google Docs are. So if I go into my drive is open here, you will see this plus sign which says new. Anything in Google with a plus sign means that you can start over a new job, a new slide deck, a new site, a new Meet account. This plus sign denotes new. All right. So if I click on this plus sign, you will see in the Dropbox that opens, there are all these Google apps that you can start afresh, and they're automatically going to be saved in your drive. You can adjust, move, organize them later, but as of now, they are going to be in your drive, and you can start Google Docs. So this is, first of all, these are the Google Docs. If I click on this side arrow, it will ask us, do you want to start a blank document or from a template? So many a times, for example, Google has given us a lot of templates to play with. But if you want to start with your own original design, which you have thought about and you have already organized the layout of the document with you, you can definitely go ahead with the blank document. But if you are not sure of, and definitely Google has given us option of starting with a template, you can even do that. If I go back to this tab, you will see that all these are the templates that Google has readily made available to us. Like I said, this plus sign means new. So if you click on that, you will get a fresh document. But also if you want to make a resume, I'm just going to dive into one of them and see how the template looks like. And from the gallery, it's a huge gallery. You can go up and down this gallery on this. If you see my mouse pointer in the gallery, in the template gallery, there are 2 arrows to go up and down. You will see tons and tons of templates there. So for example, I want to start a project proposal or I want to start a resume. I click on this template. When this template opens, you will see that it has already given you a layout. So you do not have to design the size or the font style. You do not have to look into all those details. You can easily start filling in your specific details wherein it has given you space for your name. So you just have to hover over and maybe select this text and start writing your name. It is going to take the same font size and style whenever you are working with that. My name only has double E's. So this is all about Google, about starting a document. You can start the document with the Google Apps, the 9 dots that you say. You can also type docs.google.com in the Chrome browser to start a new document, or you can go inside your Google Drive, and from there with that plus sign, as I'm revising, you can start a new document. It is your decision whether you want to start a blank document or you are comfortable working with a template that the Google has already provided to us. Are we on the same page till here? Are we all on the same page? How to start the Google documents? Just keep on giving me thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being such an engaging audience also. You are engaging. And educators, if are not engaging, then we are not educators at all. And I know it is lovely teaching the higher, as Sonia mentioned, I have more of higher institutes and teachers and educators here. I have served in a higher institution for 1 year. I was also an assistant professor there. And it was lovely working in a higher education as well. And after that, things happened, and we had to come into a different scenario, which was equally beautiful. But yeah, those scenario I'm already comfortable with also and aware of. Also, that awareness is always there. So, as I said, Google Docs. Coming back to Google Docs, it's a powerful tool that can give, make our teaching more efficient, collaborative, and effective. So. Google Docs, as I said, is a game changer. So whenever we are planning lessons as a department or collecting student work, it allows real-time collaboration. So everyone can contribute simultaneously. In college, the educators can use it to collaboratively design curriculum, share the research drafts with your colleagues, or you can co-author academic papers. I have co-authored academic papers, tons of them with my colleagues. So I know how helpful Google Doc can be there. Also, it is cloud based, so you can access your file from anywhere, anyone, any place without worrying about losing them. And for higher ed educators, it is a very seamless organization of lecture notes, the research material, the student submissions, all in one secure place. You can also give instant feedback, comment directly on the student's work, or tag your colleagues for input, making it easy to share feedback and improve collaboration. And we can also use this feature to provide constructive critiques on the student essays, their research proposals, their thesis drafts, as we can say. And also we can use it for our interactive learning, for the group projects, for the peer reviews, journaling, which we do a lot as English teachers and English educators there, which enhances a lot of engagement and learning outcomes. So this features in higher ed allows for a collaborative problem solving exercises as well, group research projects, even virtual study groups. I know in colleges we do a lot of virtual study groups. So if you are doing that interactive learning, Google Docs is one place to go to for the group projects. And we know Google Docs integrates seamlessly with the Google Classrooms, the Drives, and the Meets, which are tools many of us are already using. So we can always schedule virtual office hours, upload resources, assign group activities directly from the workplace, creating a cohesive and efficient teaching environment. So, we can all imagine when we are co-planning a unit on ecosystems, for example, with Google Docs, each of us can work on different sections of a plan in real time. You can assign students, as I said, draft essays or lab reports. Science teachers can do that, science educators can do that, also lab reports directly in the Google Docs, where they receive immediate feedback through the comments. You can share weekly updates or announcement with the parents, also with a very, very professional looking doc there. And students can also maintain digital portfolios for their work throughout the year. This is in general what Google Docs does for us. And moving forward, this is all the places, like I said, we can start our Google Docs from. The wonderful features of Google Docs are, I just mentioned all of them, giving real-time examples also, how to create, edit documents, how it can help us real-time collaboration, auto-saving, uploading files, working offline, everything is possible. And as I just mentioned about the templates, you can do a lot with the templates also if you want. In a bit, I'm going to come back to sharing a Google Doc. But before that, definitely I would like to see the skill checklist, which is a checklist about focusing on through the lens of exam. This is all what we are going to be tested on in the exam. And this is the checklist that you have to by heart almost when we are going to start diving into the practical part of the skill checklist, which is first creating and collaborating. Second, providing feedbacks, access version history, citation tools, which are very, very important when it comes to writing research papers and doing research jobs or drafting or writing thesis. And the use cases we are going to see when we use the, if you want to make any policy together along with our colleagues, or we can dive into other examples as well as we dive into, or as we check into the different features of the Google Doc when we are doing it real time. So the first one is creating and collaborating on a doc. Creating part we have done, right? And collaboration we are going to do now. When I start a new doc, and I'm going to share that in the chat, the link of that, we can all start collaboratingly, populating the document also, and see what comes out of it when we are all working in the same document. I'm going to start a blank document, not a template. Again, to revise, templates are the pre-designed formats and layouts which you can use for your various works. This is an untitled document that is opening up. And for that, I'm sharing the link of the document in the chat box maybe, and we can start working collaboratively on that. Have you got the link?
Yes, I got a link. I have to click on it.
Yes, you have to click on it, sir.
Okay. Attendance form is open.
No, sir, that is another one. That is for attendance form. The link that I have shared, maybe I'll share it again if it is not visible, and we can all start working. So I'm naming this document. If you haven't named your document already, before sharing, Google is going to give you a prompt of naming before sharing. So you have to give the document a name, and I'm going to give it a beautiful name, which is one of the most beautiful features of Google Docs, which is collaboration. And I have saved it. And now,
Okay, yes.
so a lot of people are collaborating on this document, which is wonderful to see. Welcome to Google Docs, of course. Thank you, Rani. Thank you, Ravi. Thank you, Sandal. It's wonderful to see how we collaborate. Can we do a little exercise of collaboration? Just a little exercise. Very quickly, I'm going to write a question right at the top, and maybe we can have answers for that. Please mention one great task that you can do with Google Docs to save your time. That's my question. And if you can answer collaboratively, please do that.
Actually, when you were typing, so it started typing PL. Okay. Now it has started printing. Yes.
So
yes.
it is all internet. It is live. So there is a lag of maybe half a second. As I type, it will show up on your screen.
Work on the document ad. Yes. We can read now.
Yeah, wonderful. So that is one question. Maybe I'll increase the font to make it bigger so that you can all see.
Yeah.
Please go ahead and answer it. And we have another 10 seconds to do that, though I guess everybody has collaboratively. If there is anyone who is feeling, that they can't collaborate, or they can't access the document, or they haven't understood the process of collaboration, please do write it in the chat box. I'll take that query as well. Of course, teamwork saves a lot of time. Collaborative working, tracking changes. We can write research papers. It is very interesting to write research papers with our colleagues. Very, very interesting. I have loved that process a lot. Collaborations, review at the same time. That is also very important. When you write something, you need to review as well. We can decide who can access the type of access also. which we are going to do in a minute. So this is the beauty of collaboration. As I said, see, all of us are on the same document and all of us are typing. Sir, are you able to type? Are you able to access? And are you able to collaboratively type on the document?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, wonderful,
I
wonderful.
think because there are some 93 people, so it is taking time. If three,
Yes,
four
it
people will
does.
work, then it may
Oh,
take
you have cracked it, sir. You have cracked it. Why it is taking time? Because there are a lot of collaborators on
lot
this
of
document.
collaborators. Yes, yes.
Yeah. I would request everyone to please mute yourselves so that we can go on with our training peacefully without any disturbance as well. So wonderful. So that was the first feature, creating and collaborating on a doc, which we have covered. The second one is going to be providing feedback with comments and suggested edits, and then in docs and sharing comment links. Feedback, as somebody just said, reviewing feedback is very, very important. On the same document, be on the same document. We will do all the work in the same document. Here, now, I feel that somebody has written simultaneous editing. Right at the top, you will see. And I will mostly do the tasks which are at the top so that you do not have to scroll up and down the screen to locate the text. Right at the top, you see it is simultaneous editing. Now, one of my colleagues has written this, but I want to venture more into what do you mean by simultaneously editing? Or is the spelling of simultaneous correct? Are you writing it correct? What more we can add to this document? And can you give me one more task? So what I'm going to do is I am going to leave a comment for my audience. So when we view the document, I'll show you the sharing also. How do we share the documents in a moment? I'll come back to that sharing also. But for now, when we do the commenting, the comments are the feature wherein you can mention with hashtag what it does. So what is mentioning people or in the collaboration doing in the comment box? It allows you to tag collaborators directly in the document, one, and secondly, it sends a notification to the tagged person with a link to the document. For example, in this document where we see, we have to highlight the text first. As I said, I'm going to be dealing with the first line of every document. Simultaneous editing. I'm going to highlight this text, go on insert, and then you will see, if you scroll down the menu, you will see comment box. The comment box is a small square with a plus in between. If I click on comment, it will open a comment box for me, and I can add a comment to either tag a person specifically, or the comment is common to everyone. So how do I do? If I want to tag a person, then I am going to um, put the symbol or insert the symbol of at the rate. So the moment I include at the rate, it will show up all the people whom I have already collaborated with earlier. And these are the email IDs I can include to notify the person. For example, I want to send a comment, say, to myself. I'm going to send it to myself, otherwise the people are going to get comments for no reason. I am going to put myself here, Dr. Narjeet Kaur, and write a comment after this. Either you can come back to the next line and write it, or in the same continuation you can write, can you please elaborate? And the moment you write this, either you can assign that to the person, assign the comment to the person. Assigning means they will get an email notification of your comment as well. They will get an email notification of how you want them to collaboratively work on the same document. So if I click on assign to you, you see the assigned person is going to be notified and responsible for marking. For example, there are 3 people and I have assigned 3 genres of one research paper to 3 different people. I have given methodology to one of my friends, The second is the bibliography. So when I see that the bibliography is not right, all the three people need not get the notification, right? Only the person who was responsible for arranging the bibliography is should be notified. So if I know that Dr. Narjeet Kaur here was responsible for bibliography, I'm going to assign it directly to her, so that she's the one who is responsible for marking the change there. But if you want it for everyone and you do not want to mark it to a specific person, then you can directly write your comment. Can you elaborate? That way, all the people who are working on that will be able to maybe make mark changes as you want, or able to give their inputs like you want them to do. And I click on comment. The moment you click on comment, the comment is posted for everyone. And you can see how this is getting marked. And if I come down, you will see the line, the first line in the document where I had marked is if I take my mouse cursor and click on that, it becomes highlighted in yellow. This means that there is a comment here. Either it has been assigned to a particular person, or the comment is for everybody on that document, and we need to either resolve it or edit it the way we want. You can also, if you see the three dots, as I say, somebody has resolved my comment. I'll do that again. I'll come back here and I'll insert another comment so that I can show you how to take a link to the comment also. I'm going to write a comment, say hi. Okay, and click on comment. There are three dots next to the comment. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ratan, sir. There are three dots next to the comments. These three vertical dots means more options. So whenever you see these three dots, it means more option. You can try more, you can add more, you can explore more, you can go into the more mode of anything that you have. So if I click on more option, either you can edit it. For example, you don't want to write only hi, you want to write hello as well. So you can edit the comment and then save. The next thing is going to say save, you have edited it. Or you can also delete the comment or get linked to this comment. If you get linked to this comment, there are hundreds. For example, there are hundreds of links and somebody has missed a particular link. You can copy the link of the comment and post it in the chat box, post it in Google Chats wherever you are, or maybe insert that link right at the top of your document for everybody to notice. So this is how copying and pasting the link works. You can copy the paste. You can try it here. Just copy, get linked to this comment. The link is copied to the clipboard automatically. And if you go to the WhatsApp or if you go to another, in the same document, you will see right in the beginning, I'm going to insert that. If you insert the link, you will get here the link to the comment that you had done. So, and this tab function, which is inserting chip instead of the whole comment, it is going to be inserted by the chip. So if I do that, you see this is the link to the comment. And if I go here, you will see the new tab has opened for the originally link comment. So we open it in the new tab too. See on my right, you see the collaboration document has opened for us to check the link. So this is how commenting works. I would suggest some of you to please, Ratan sir has already commented. If you can, insert a few comments and see how that works. I'll give you 15 seconds to try that out. Wonderful. So jumping on to the next feature that we are going to try for Google. Again, there are hundreds of features, but we are going to focus only on our exams. So the next feature that we are going to try is sharing. So there are three kinds of sharings that we can do: viewer sharing, then commentator, and then editor. When we click on share, you see a dialog box opens wherein we will be asked to share it with particular people. You can add peoples or groups or calendar events here. For example, I'm going to include my colleague here. I'm not going to notify him. If I can, I have included my colleague. This small box here is notify people. That means an email notification will be sent to the people with whom you have shared this document. If you do not want to send an email notification, you can uncheck. But if you check this box, our email notification will go, and then there is going to be another box wherein you can write a message. Hi, please check this, and we can discuss this tomorrow. We can write a message and then click on send. Before sending, I'm going to show you the three options that I discussed of the sharing, which is editor, viewer, and commentator. So when we talk about the viewer thing, what we are doing there is, just a moment, I'll come back here, share. So when we talk about the editor thing, in sharing, you will see a box next to the sharing box wherein you have inserted the names of the people you want to collaborate on this document. There are, if you click on this side arrow, there are three: viewer, commentator, and editor. What does viewer for us do? The viewer is sharing in a document means that when someone shares a document with others using the viewer permission, the recipient can only view the content of the document. They cannot edit, they cannot comment, they cannot make any changes to it. So essentially, it becomes only a read-only mode document where the shared person can open and read the document, download or make a copy if you allow, or print the document if you allow. They will not be able to make any comment or make any changes. But if we change the same to commentator, what happens here is the person can add comments. That means they cannot directly edit or change the content, because they will not be able to they can only suggest the changes. They will not be able to add any changes, make any changes. This is also useful for providing feedback or suggestions without altering the original text. What happens many a times is, for example, there are question papers our teachers make, and in the process of doing that, they want to share that question paper with the principal for her to go through. So when I receive a question paper which the teacher has shared with me, I do not go into making changes, because then the teacher wouldn't know what, and she wouldn't remember though what she had originally written and what have I changed, which portions of the paper have I changed. And also, it is really rude sometimes to just change the content and impose the changes on the teacher. So what we do is we do make the commentator section for collaboration available. And the third, we will just see how that works. And the third one is editor. So if you are given the editor right to the people, they can make changes to the document, they can edit text, they can format, they can structure. They have got full control over the content. They can also add or delete information, and they can also add comments. So in a summary, the commentators can only suggest and discuss without making changes, and editors have full access to modify the document. We'll see how that works. When I come here,
Excuse me, ma'am. Can the contributor download the doc?
they can, if you have given them the rights to do so. They can, contributors and the editors, they can download, they can print, but that is another section of rights that you have given them. If you have turned those rights off for the contributors, they won't be able to even download or print it. They will only be able to make suggestions. So if I see here on your screen where my mouse pointer is, you will see this editing mode, a pencil there with a small arrow. If I come to this right now, I am on editing mode, and that is why you are all able to add content to this document, add a comment to this document. But if I come to suggesting mode, see how suggesting mode works is, Again, I'll come to the top of the document itself. Here, I am writing this. So you will see that this appears between two green lines. That means I am writing and it is getting noted. But if you see on the left hand side in the pane, whatever I am writing is appearing in the form of suggestion. Right? It is not directly changing the content of the document. It is in the form of suggestion here. So you can all try it. Whatever you are writing will appear on the left hand pane, the panel which is on the left hand side, and you will see your left hand side actually. From my angle, it is my right hand side. So you see on right hand side of your screen, there is a small panel which will appear automatically. It is going to be suggestions as you are writing, because we are suggesting, we are not making actual changes. Call is on. See, all that is appearing as suggestions. And the third mode, if we see, is viewing mode. We will not be able to do anything. My mouse pointer is there on the document, but it is not pointing to a particular place. I am trying to type, I am trying to use my keyboard, but I'm not able to type anything, because right now the mode is only viewing. So if I go to collaborators and do the editing mode, it will be done. Ma'am, you were asking about whether we are going to be, whether the collaborators can print or not. I'll show you the settings, though it is not going to be tested, but a very quick second to that. When you click on the share button, this dialog box opens. There are two buttons at the top right hand side. One is support. If you want to give feedback to Google about, like, this is the feature that I would love to see, Google does take that into consideration. This is my personal experience. There are hundreds of educators who have suggested, and the features have been added to make our work even more convenient. And then you will see this setting box, this clock here, a little cog. If you click on that, you will see there are two settings. Editors can change permissions, and viewers and commentators can see the option to download, print, and copy. If you turn them off, they will not be able to either make changes or share further or download or print or make a copy. So these are the two settings that you were asking for. Are we on the same page till here? Is everything clear? Is there anything that I need to take up? I'm going to come back to the same editing mode so that we can all collaborate. Is everything clear till here? Please give me a thumbs up. Or if there is anything that I need to take up again, do let me know that also. Wonderful, lovely, lovely. Thank you so much. Lovely. Now the next thing is, we have done feedback, suggesting edits, version history, and revert to earlier. Now sometimes what happens is, there are hundreds of people who are working on our documents. Lots of people are working. So what happens is, when people make additions or suggestions or anything of that kind, sometimes that change is not required, right? But they have already made the change. So what do we do? How do we see who has made that change, and how can we revert to the original content, not accepting that change? So for example, here I am on the same document. You will see if you click on this file menu and scroll down, you will see an option, version history. I'm going to click on see version history. So if I click on see version history, you will see all the changes that have been marked. This change was done by Dr. Najit Kaur because my name on the right hand side of the panel in the version history is appearing with green dot. And inside the document, anything that is highlighted with a green dot are the changes that I have made. All anonymous users is in gray dot. So you will see the content of the document also. All the gray ones are by the anonymous users and all the green ones corresponding with the color of the dot against my name, which is green here. You will see all the changes that I have made are appearing in green. So what do I do? How do I revert the changes that have been made? One more thing before I do that, you can always name this version also and make a copy of this version as well, which you can explore further on your own, how these functions out, how this functionality is useful for you. Here, I can go back to the edits 21, 22. All these edits are being shown and I can revert the edit if I have not done the editing there. One more thing again. Here at right hand side of the panel, right down, you will see show changes. Show changes means, like I said, the green dot against my name and the green version there, right? If you see, if I click on this, the color of the changes are visible, right? Corresponding to the dot against my name. But if you don't, then if you turn this off, you will see that the color is not there. It is all in the same color. I wouldn't know which person has made which version or which change, and I won't be able to revert it that properly. So if you want all the engagements into who has made that change and who has done the change there in the document itself, you can always check or uncheck this button. Now, let's dive into how to make a version history appear, which we have already seen, and how to explanation of how to do this process. So when you open the file, you will see the version history. When you select the version history, you will see all the previous versions. To restore a version, click on restore a version button at the top of the page. There is some glitch happening here. Do you see the restore this version button on your pages? Do you see that? The button restore this version?
Okay. It is in the file, it means.
Yeah.
How you got file? Because
Which file, sir?
means with the, that icon file. How you got, like at present Gmail, YouTube, Maps, that is visible. But I was, when you put your cursor somewhere.
Just let me complete this, sir. I'm not able to get your question. What is the question, sir? Once again?
Like on the ribbon, actually, there was one icon file. So at present, on ribbon, I'm able to see only Gmail, YouTube, Maps.
Okay,
yes,
all right.
you got this, yes.
Yeah, you come down, sir. Come down, scroll down. You will see version history.
Okay, yes.
Got it?
Okay. You clicked on resume, okay.
Yeah. So if I click on the version that I want to restore or revert back to, I click on that version and then there is this button available to me which says restore this version on the top of the screen. If I click on this, I will get a stinker or a confirmation from me that the current document will revert to the version from January 23rd. So that means this change was made in the document on January 23rd. If I click on restore, you will see that the edits that have been made have been brought back. The change has been reverted. It has changed into the original text. But if you don't want that, you can undo and do also, redo also. The same change can be reflected again. Are we clear with this? Version history?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, the last one that I'm going to take is the citation tool, which is very, very useful for people who are working with higher eds or colleges. It is very, or higher institutions also. It is very important because we do a lot of, what do we call? We do a lot of research papers and research things. So I'm going to go back to my document and we can start working there again. Here we are. How does citation help us? Now, what is citation? I think all of us here know what is citation. Can anybody tell me what does citation mean actually?
Yes, we know citation. How article is referred basically.
How the article is being referred to, and if you want to bring in, because that is giving credit, actually giving credit to the person who from the source where we are citing. So citations and footnotes are very, very important, and Google Docs provides a very robust citation tools, including the footnotes, to help us properly reference sources and avoid plagiarism actually. So how to use this? I go back to my document here and I want to see how citation tools work. So for example, I'm writing, I am doing research work. All right. Now I want to cite a author here, a book here, an article here, a publishing event here. What for that, what do we do is I go to tools, click on tools menu, and the fourth or the fifth tool there is citations. You will see that citations with double quotation marks. The icon for citation is double quotation marks. I click on citations. The moment I click on citations, it takes me to a side panel opening. I can use various formats. I can use MLA, APA, and Chicago. Which is your favorite? You can write in the chat box, which is your favorite. I know there is nothing favorite about it. We are always asked when we are doing the research things to cite in a particular format. But which one do you like to see in my documents? I always love Chicago. I love to see Chicago author date kind of citations and bibliographies in my research documents. But if you can write in the chat box, let's see who favors Chicago or who favors APA. They are just the different formats. I am going to go into MLA and click on this plus sign to cite. The source book, I am going to cite a book, though there are different sources. You can do a film, a journal, a website, book section. I'm going to do a book and access by print. A book on website or book by print. I'm going to go print, and then maybe if you have the ISBN number, you can cite by that. But I'm going to show you how to cite manually. So the author is, the first name, for example, is Dr. Nurjeet, and the last name is Kaur. The contributor, what is the title? If there is a co-author or a co-contributor, you can write another one or two names also here. The title of the book is, I am writing this book right now, Emerging Text and AI. In the moment I'm writing this. I don't know when I'm going to complete it, but definitely I'm writing. So the publisher is, say, Evergreen. Publishing year is 2025. God forbid if I'm able to complete it. City is here in Malawi, in Africa right now I am. So I'm writing there. Which edition is this? 2025 edition, volume 1. And short title maybe AI. And then I click on add citation source. You will see the moment you have entered all the information, you will see a box named cite. So if I click in insert, now this cite is to insert it in the document. The moment I write cite, you will see it has been inserted. Because it is MLA, it is inserted like that. If it was Chicago, it would have been inserted in a different manner. If it was MLA, and you third time I insert it, it is going to be different formats for all three of them. Instead of this hash is to place page number. If you want to write the page number, replace the hash with page number, say 2 or 3 or whatever. Okay. After you have done the citations, I'm going to insert one more citation source very quickly, so that I can show you how to insert the citation source like a bibliography at the end of your document. Now, these are two citations I have. One is mine, and another one is just a fake something to just to make this happen. So if I go to the go down where I want to insert the bibliography, earlier it was insert bibliography button, but now that has changed to insert works cited. So the moment I click on this, both the works that I had written are going to be cited. This is our bibliography, directly cited from this panel onto our document. This is how citation works. And another thing is footnotes. For example, I am doing research work. After this, I want to insert a footnote. So I bring my cursor here. I'm going to increase the maybe the font so that you can see it clearly. I bring my cursor here where I want to insert a footnote. Go on insert, and then come down, scroll down, you will see footnote, and number 1, automatically number 1 footnote, I can write whatever I want to cite, something I can do, I want to write something I can do. So AI and tech. You will see number 1 here, and number 1 has been, the footnote has been added. I come here to the works cited place, and I want to add another footnote. So I bring my cursor here, again, click on insert and footnote. You will see number 2 next to works cited. Number 2 appearing because this is the second footnote. And at the bottom of your page, where the footnote should be, there is another space for you to write your footnote. Or in the footnote also, if you want to insert the work cited, you can use cited words for your footnotes as well, as easy as that. So this is how citation and footnotes work. So we in the docs, I have covered all the features that are going to be tested in your exam. First is creating and collaborating. Secondly, providing feedback with comments and suggesting. Third, access the version history and revert to earlier versions. Fourth is citation tools to avoid plagiarism, including the footnotes. So we have done citation, we have done footnotes. With this, I will be ending this Google Docs presentation here. Is there anything that you want me to redo or revisit or show you again or clarify again? Please don't hesitate. If there is anything I can do to help, let me know. We are going to take a 30-second pause here. Start practicing with me. You can, in the same document, you can keep on practicing with me as I am doing. And if you find yourself stuck anywhere, do let me know, please.
Madam, I just missed early point, like how to create Google Doc.
How to create a Google Doc? All right, let's do that again. So for creating a Google Doc, there are 2 or 3 options you can use. The first one is you click on plus sign, which will create a new tab. And here, write docs.google.com. The moment you write this, you will directly be taken to an interface wherein either you can start a new document with this plus sign, which is a blank document, or you can use one of these templates to start your work, because these templates make our life very sorted with all the fonts, styles, everything done in place. You just have to keep on replacing it with your own specific content. This is one way of doing that. Secondly is click on Google Apps, which you say are 9 dots here. Click on Google Apps, and then you will see all the Google products, all the Google tools here. Docs is one of the tools. If I click on Docs, you will see a new doc opens with the same interface. You can use either template or a blank document. And the third method is, there are definitely 1 or 2 more, but we will stick to these ones. Click on this plus sign. click on this plus sign, and you will see a drop down menu wherein you see you can upload a file or a folder, and then there is Google Docs with an arrow. You can either start, when you click on this arrow, you will see you can either start a blank document or you can start from a template.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you, madam.
You're welcome,
Doctor,
sir. You're welcome.
there is a question on explaining once again the version history and adding footnotes. Is that possible?
All right, let's add footnotes quickly. Please turn off the mics, please. Please turn off your mics. This is beautiful music, but we don't need it now. Somebody can, Sonia, can you help me? Thank you so much.
It's done.
So
It's done.
footnote. Yeah, thank you. So, for example, I am writing here, I am researching the topic. So when I do that, if I want my footnote to appear after this sentence, I take my cursor here, click on insert, and then click on footnote. You will see automatically at the bottom of the page, bottom of the document, there is a space created for footnotes with a line separating the main document from the place where we can write footnotes. So when the place is created, automatically our cursor moves to that place and I can start writing my citations here or my footnotes here. AI is very useful. This is how we insert a footnote. Is that clear? If that is all right. And the second query, Harpreet, was? Along with this? What was the other query if I'm missing? One was footnotes, another one was? Or you can leave it in the your
Perhaps it was version, perhaps.
version history. So when I come here, for example, this is the file. There are a lot of changes made in the file with a lot of people. I click on file. I go to version history. I'm not going into the details of what is version history. I'm just going to details of how to do that. I click on see version history. And these are all the changes made. If I click on one of the places, I go on this place, I go on the change that has been made on January 23rd. You see, when I highlight the change on my panel here, a button on the top, right at the top of the document gets highlighted, which is restore. So if I want to revert back to the version, revert back to the change, I can click on this button and you will see that it is asking you, do you want to change this or make this change reversible? When I say restore, that is make it reversible, it will go back to the original text before that change was made. How the text was before that change was made. Are we okay with that? All right, definitely lovely. I am going to move into Google Slides first, and then we will do a little quiz in the end for both docs and slides. But let's move into Google Slides first. So what are Google Slides and why do we use Google Slides? Google Slides are one of the most beautiful pieces of work from Google, I must say. There are tons and tons of the uses of Google Slides, and first of all, they can enhance your presentations. We can make, the educators can visually engage in interactive lectures with animations, transitions, videos. You can customize your presentations. That is, the presentations can be tailored to advanced topics or niche subjects, as we call in our colleges, making the lessons more relevant. And there are pre-designed templates, as we have seen, to help save time. So that pre-designed template option is available for slides as well, along with docs. So for example, there is a psychology professor who wants to use Google Docs to create a visually rich lecture on cognitive biases, which I remember from my college days, and that is why I'm using this example. We can embed a lot of case studies of the videos and infographics for the better understanding of the subject. We can do real-time collaboration, sharing, which we have seen right now. We can do interactive student engagement of the live question and answer sessions can go on. We can make student projects more presentable, while the educators can also monitor their progress on collaborativity. And then the presentations are stored in the cloud and they can be accessed from anywhere, like we saw in the documents, also like in Google Docs as well. Educators can leave comments or suggestions as well. And then the best part which I found is paperless environment. You can share presentations electronically with students, reducing the need for a lot of printed handouts. And integration with Google Classroom, they seamlessly integrate with a lot of other apps, not only Classroom, a lot of other Google apps as well. And then educators can use the Google Slides to prepare and deliver research findings also at academic conferences or professional development workshops, as we say. And they can, all the faculty members can co-create and share the training materials for new teaching methods or technologies as well. So this is how a lot of places and a lot of times how Google Slides help us. All this we have gone through for Google Slides as well. I'm going to dive into the checklist. Let's create, format, and collaborate. Like we created Google Docs, we can create Google Slides as well. Typing in docs.google.com. Is that what I type? What do I type for that? To open a new slide deck?
Slides.
Slides.google.com.
Slides.google.com.
Lovely. Lovely. So with that, the same thing, you can either click on blank presentation, or you can have your templates also. The templates are ready for you to use. And the second method, again, diving into Google Apps, you will see in the Google Apps slides here. If you click on slides, the new slide deck is going to open for you. And right from inside, see again the same interface, the same screen, and right from inside your drive also, click on new and you see Google Slides. Either you can do a blank presentation or start from a template. All right. I am going to start a new, sorry.
I think we can call it Google Slide or like PowerPoint presentation.
No, sir, we call it Google Slides.
Okay, so
I'm going to start. Yeah. I'm going to start with an untitled presentation, and again I'm going to start with sharing. I'm not going to go into the details of collaborator because we have already covered that, and it works in the same definite manner. See, this is untitled presentation. I'm going to name it collaboration first. After that, I go to share, and the process that we followed for sharing the Google Doc, it is the same kind that we follow for all the other apps of Google as well. You can add people directly. You can add people from here. Write a message if you want to notify. You can make it editor, viewer, and commentator according to which kind of access you want to give to which particular set of people. And it depends upon you whether you want to notify them or not.
Madam, I have one query. Suppose
Yeah,
you are adding one by one. If we have 150 students, by one stroke, can we add all the 150 students?
yes, we can. And there is an option called, there is an app called tool in Google called Google Groups, right? You have to make that group once. For example, I write students psychology. I make that group and add all 150 students at one time. That is a one-time thing. So next time when you want to add all 150, you need not type 150 email IDs. You just type one address, which is psychology at Google, or whichever address that you give, and all 150 together will be added on to that. I guess if Google Groups, I don't know if they are there in the, if you are going to cover it or not, but you can leave it. I would love to do a session on Google Groups also if you want. If we are not able to cover all the features of Google Groups, that is a very, very handy feature, very handy app for all of us to include all our 150, 200 students at the same time. I do it as a principal. I do all the 100, 150 staff members also. If I have to send out a mail, I do it at the same time. So that is very handy.
That's it will be very useful. for
It is
us?
very useful. It is very, very useful. Yes.
Well, I am using Classroom, and in that there are classes. Can I add everybody in that classroom and give them a?
So you went on mute.
There are various classes in the classroom. There may be
Right.
150 students there. So I can create a link and share it there straight away.
Yes, you can. Definitely, yes. That is how we collaborate. You can create a link, then you can copy the link and go and paste it in the classroom. Everybody who is added on the classroom will be able to access that. Wonderful. Can I move? The next one is inserting text, shapes, lines, and word art. How we do that? Okay, the name of the file is hurting me because the spelling is wrong. All right, here we are. How do we add text, etc.? You can, there are two ways of doing it. Either you can do it from this bar, this formatting toolbar. All of it is there. There's a text box, then there is image, then there are shapes and lines. One is this, and another one from insert as well. You can insert image, you can insert the line chart and word art, everything. So I'm going to start inserting text box first. I click on this, come back here, hold down my mouse button, and then when I'm done with it, I release it. And in text box will be inserted, I am Dr. Nurjeet Kaur. The text box has been created and I'm able to write my text in that box. After this, if you want to make any changes to add variation to the text also, you can make it bold, you can make it and change the font color, change the font size, everything you can do with your the text inside the text box. The next is shapes. Click on shapes and all the options of rectangle, then circles, ovals, pies, flowcharts, processes, alternate processes, everything opens up before you. You can do a flowchart with decision. You can insert an oval and color it and insert it. So I'm going to click on an oval, come back again with the mouse button held, come onto the screen and release it, and you will see an oval has been inserted. If you want to add color to this oval, go on to this fill color icon and you can do that. If you want to add a border, the border is already added. If you want to increase the size of the border so that this is visible, I'm going to do that with the text box first. See, when I'm not selecting the text box, there is no border seen. If I select it, and then I go to this border weight. If I increase it to 4 points, you will see, I will see a border here around the text. I can change the shape of the border. Also, I want a plain line, a dotted dash, a dotted color line. I can change the outline as well. And along with that, how it appears, how it is going to be seen, what is the layout, everything I can change around inserting. The third thing we can add is the word art. There is no option of word art on formatting tools. You will have to do it from insert only. So when I go to insert, I insert word art. Why do you think word art should be there? Like, what is the difference between adding text and word art according to you? How different is word art from the normal text that we are adding?
Word art having very design full of letters.
Absolutely marvelous, brilliant. So when we create styled text with various effects like shadows, outlines, colors, transformations to make the text, as Sir just mentioned, visually engaging and attention grabbing, right? That is why we use word art to create visual appealing titles, add decorative text to posters, use for college or school assignments to add artistic flair to the presentation, to the infographics, all that we use the text for. So here I'm going to write, I'm just writing word art. and I click on enter. So right now I have this word art. I can make it visually appealing with, maybe I want it to be red. The outline should be black. The outline should be um, bigger. And the weight should be more. So I'm going to add 12 maybe, and you can see the changes, and it should be dotted. And you see how the outlines and the visual presentation of any word or phrase is changing as we are making changes here. This is how we add word art and the other text lines and shape
Dr.
lines here.
Narjeet, sorry,
G.
time check. We only
Yeah,
have
yeah.
4 more minutes to close the session.
Yes. Yeah. Format, fonts, and colors. I just showed you how to do the format colors with word art. Let me go back to my text. I am Dr. Narjeet Kaur, and how I'm going to make changes here. I can make the box go black or any color, or I can do changes in the text. So how I'm going to add text here is, I can increase the font size of the text. I can increase, okay, just give me a minute. Yeah, I can increase the font size and font style. So I don't want it to be Arial. I want it to be Merrimack. Bigger, say of 29. Make it bold, make it italic, make it underlined, change the color right from gray to black. All the changes. These are very minor things that are, same across all the apps. Changing text, everything within a document. Changing background color of slides. How do we do that? I am going to, my slide is already selected. So you will, on the formatting toolbar, you will see changing background, layout, theme, or transition. Layout, theme, transition, we are not covering right now. I'm just covering background. So how to change background slide color? Right now it is white. I can make it blue or any other color. Let's make it yellow and click on done. And it changes the background color. If I want to choose an image to add to my background of the slide, I can even do that. I just have to browse or format which image I want. For example, this is the image that I'm uploading from my computer. This is the background. I do not want only plain color. I also want a picture in the background. I can do that. But if you want to reset to, you don't like any of it and you want to reset, it will go back to original. So for that, you have to go to background and click on this reset button. It will go back to, all the changes are going to be reverted. Then inserting the images and resizing. I click on wherever in the slide. I'm going to go to a new slide now so that I can show you better how to insert image. Wherever in the slide you want to insert an image, click on that place. Take your mouse pointer there, then click on insert and go for image. This is the first, this is a very recent addition, AI kind of an addition that has been made to the to slides. So it is going to create images. For example, I want a boat, as simple as a boat. I wanted it white, not square, and maybe the style that I want is photography, and I click on create. So you will see a lot of images are going to be created by Google Slides with the help of AI, and you will see all of them being created at the bottom. In a minute, you will see lots of, if it takes more than another 10 seconds, yeah, of course, it is there. So there are various options available for you. Whichever you want, you can drag and drop, or either you can insert. This is how you're going to create an image automatically. Once you have created an image, this is AI image, and then you can insert an image from your computer as well, which I just did. This is the image. If you want to, you can insert. You can insert an image from your Drive as well, or search the web. In search the web, if you go, you will see, I am going to go to a boat also because that has been lingering on my mind. There are so many images that are there. You can drag and drop any image from the internet, from the net, from the search, Google search, into your document. Also, you can add from your drive, which is the last thing I will do. Rest you can explore on your own because they are not really going to be covered very well, not for this exam. For example, this is the image I want to insert from my drive onto. I can insert. So these are all the places, 4-5 places from where we can add images, and then resizing images. When we come to resizing images, the most of the times what we do is we forget to select the picture. For that, we need to select the picture first to resize it, and then focus on the small square handles located at the 4 corners of the image border. They are specifically used for resizing. So hover over the corner thing, hover over this corner, and then you will see your cursor changes to a double-sized diagonal arrow. Here, you can double-sized diagonal arrow, and then you can drag it to any side that you want. Please drag the corner handles automatically because that preserves the original aspect ratio, that is the width to height of the image, so that it doesn't appear stretched or distorted, right? So this is one way of resizing your image. But if you want to resize your image maybe height wise, then there are these 4 blue corners. You can drag them down, up, left or right to resize the image as you want. But for me, my favorite thing would be diagonally, so that that width to height ratio remains the same. This is how we insert image. Then embed a video and adding comments. I'll come to comments first because we have just done the comments, and that is very, very easy. For the comments, you need to select. For example, you want to leave a comment for this picture, which I have just inserted. So select the picture and go on this insert. Sorry. Go on this insert button and click on comment. Like I mentioned with @ or commenting, please change the picture. And I click on comment. You will see the comment has been added, and it works in the same manner. That is why I spent more time on docs, because there are common features like sharing, commenting. That is why we went in detail and took questions there also. The same manner, in the same process, commenting process is same for slides as well, right? And then embedding a video. I'm going to take another slide and see how we embed a video here. So I go to insert and then click on video. Video can be embedded either from YouTube if you know the link, or from your drive as well. So from my drive, if I go to the section which says videos or files, you can specify here also. As I said, that these filters are very important. You can explore them later. I'm going to insert this video here. It will take some time. This is not good. I'm going to insert another one. Sonia, sorry for this.
It seemed to be a lively video though.
It was a very lively video then, but it doesn't seem look good. Anyway, I have inserted this picture. The video is playing. Now, the options that you can do is, here you can play with the video embedding options also. Either you want, when you are presenting the slides, you can either play on click. That is, when I do the mouse click, the video should start playing then. Or the moment I change my slide to the slide where the video is embedded, it should play automatically. Or you want a manual check. You can try all these options. It is going to be manual or automatic or click. And also, you can decide when your video starts and stops. I want it to start at, say, 10 seconds, not before that, and end at 15 seconds. So I want only a 5-second video, not more than that. You can size the video, position the video where you want, top, left, center, wherever you want, or you can drag and drop the video. Like we drag the image, we can drag the corners of the videos also to place them wherever in the slide we want. And the last bit that we are going to do is editing the speaker notes. Now, what do you mean by speaker notes? When you add the speaker notes, that means uh, you are adding reminders for yourself so that it is more interactive and your session is managed the way that you want it to. So these are notes that you add to each slide to confirm for yourself. You don't want to add the notes, that's fine. But if you want to, you can add estimatedly timed notes to ensure that your presentation, that your lecture stays on track. And you can include these notes for while the presentation, and these notes are not visible to the audience unless you want them, right? So when you are embedding videos, maybe you also want an explanation to be added for that, and that is where our feature called um, speaker notes come handy. For example, this is my this is my slide deck, and I have added a video here. Now you will see that if you go beyond the slide, below that, there is an option which you can see on your screen written, click to add speaker notes. If I click on this, I can start adding. I can start writing. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, click notes here. But you find that there are tons of paragraphs to add to this video for explanation. Don't worry, we have space for that also. What you have to do is, there is this small dark gray line below the slide and above, in between the slide and the speaker notes. If you take your mouse and hover on that, you will see it changes into a hand icon. You click the mouse button and drag it up and down. So the slide becomes smaller and the space for your speaker notes become bigger. You can add tons of what do you call your notes to them. For example, I have copied and pasted the notes from one of my, see, it is giving you enough space to add as many notes as you want. And collaboration in presentations also, in slides also work like doc. All right, all of us can together work on docs, on slides, on any app, and work in shared environment. So which standout collaborative feature of, oh, I'm already getting the answers. You can read it on your screen. Google Docs help facilitate group work. What do you think? It is A, B, C, D. Absolutely. The first one
Please
is
read the question carefully. Wherever it wants you to choose more than one option, it usually mentions it. Or even if you select one, it'll say you want to like select more answers. So read the question again. A lot of you have given like 3-4 options.
so
Am I
if
right, Rajit ma'am?
absolutely, in the exam, you will be given clear instructions as to the number of answers that you are required to mark in the question. What kind of question is that? Is it one? And even if you are getting confused, keep on reading the options again, and whichever option strikes out first will be the answer. But they are very clear with their instructions. Very, very clear. Question
Yes,
number
but
2.
in question first, you have asked two collaborative features, but you have given
No,
only one answer.
no, sir. One. It was one.
But you have mentioned that find out two
Yes.
collaborative features. Question
Can I
one.
come back to
Ma'am,
that,
can
sir?
you
Can
go
I come
back?
back to that?
Yeah.
Can I come back to that after doing this?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Which feature allows
We've already shown answer for this one.
if people are of course it has to be
Even the next
Manjari,
one also.
it has to
Even
be
the
version.
next one also we've shown the answer. That's fine. Let everybody at least read the next question. Let's go to question 3.
This is longer. So select all the options. This is what me and Sonia and I were mentioning in when we started talking about it. That it will ask you. The question is going to ask you to select all the options available. One option, as many options. It is going to give you very clear instruction. So use comments in Google Docs to assign task. Leave messages. What's the answer? A, B, and C. I see A, B, and C maximum here. The answer is A, B, and C. Well done, people. Well done. Almost all got the right answer. All of you got the right answer. Very well done. This is the next one. If you have a file saved on your desktop, what are the steps you would take to be able to edit it using Google Docs? Copy the text, upload the document, create Google Docs. Let's start typing in the answers. B, B. Yeah, most of you were there, almost there. Let's see. Wonderful. B and C also. I'm getting also B and C. Only one B and C. Rest are all B. Well done, people. It is B. It is B. Super. Lovely. And the last one for this section. You are preparing for an after-school session with teachers to train them on Google Docs. You have created a great getting going guide that you want them to have and keep for reference. What sharing settings should you set for the document? What is it, people? B, A. Okay, here I'm getting variety of answers. B, A, B, C, all.
B.
Read the question carefully once more. Read the question carefully. How many options does it ask you to mark? Nice, nice, very good. So the answer is B, which maximum have cracked. It is anyone with the link can view. Let's go to Google Slides also. If there are any, okay, I'm not going to show you the answer. This easy. The first question is, why would you choose to use word art rather than a colored font? And sir there had answered given a beautiful answer to that. Why choose word art than a colored font? It is easy. So why do we do that? Can I have the answers, please? Yeah.
B.
B. It is B. Well done. Well done. It is the answer is B. Question number 2. Please read it carefully. Mr. Alba is editing a presentation in Google Slides and wants to improve the appearance. What visual elements can he incorporate into his presentation to make it more visually appealing? Can I have the answers for this one, please? Read it carefully. Select all that apply. Read it carefully. So I guess you're going to have more than one option here as well. A, B, D, and E.
A, B, D, E.
A, B, D, E. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's take a couple more answers and then we will come to the revelation of the answer. B, C, D, E. Also, I'm getting A, B, D, E or B, D, E. The answer is A and B. Why not C? Because lot of text on slides is never a good idea. Never a good idea. Anyway, you can think more about it. Give it a think. And if you want to maybe discourse about the answers, we can do that later as well. The third question, why would you hyperlink objects into your own Google Slides presentation? Select all that apply. A, A,
A and D.
A and D, A and B, A and D, A and B also. So the correct answer is A and D. Well done. Very well done. Next question. Miss Gracia has put her class into groups to work on different projects. Each group will present their project to the class using Google Slides. So what are the benefits of using slides in group projects? Can we have the answers? We are having all A, B, C, D, E, A, B, D, D. The right answer is B, C, D, and E. Well done. Well done. Priya got it right. B, C, D, E. Nitin, very well done. And the last one, the last bit here. You are working on your sub plans for tomorrow and you've got the perfect video to kick off the class. Your second period students can be a bit behind and you really don't want to risk the fallout of the students reacting to a comment or related video displayed alongside the lesson opener. How do you share the video to your substitute teacher? Are you going to share it via email or link or embed or download the video? A. Nice. I'm getting C's and A's. A, B, C, all of it. Let's see the answer. It is C. Embed the video. Well done. Whoever is writing it, admin, Dr. Gopal, Manjari. Thank you so much. The answer is C. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
I
Bye-bye.
look forward
Thank
to
you very
seeing you all
much.
tomorrow as well. Thank you so much. Thank you.